So here are my smelters smelting down this iron ore, which I've got coming from this container. What I've got to follow the iron ore around, I've got a jetpack on the minute so I can fly. Let me show you what I've got set up here. These are Mark II miners from these iron ore deposits. So I've got 1, 2, 3 Mark II iron ores going into this merger chamber here. These are level 4 conveyors, which can take how many? 480 resources per minute, so plenty. These only produce 120, so 3 times 120, 360. So this conveyor's man enough to take all this ore back round to me container here, which then feeds it out to, well, it splits it actually. You've got 2 outputs from this container. One's going to feed those first 6 smelters, and then there's another 6. You've got 12 smelters making these iron ingots, which I've got 3 lots of containers, 3 rows of containers. But you can see they're all full. So yeah, need to use this iron to start constructing, well, whatever I need to do next really. I'm just setting it all up again. What we've got over here is these concrete and the steel beams, which make these stronger steel beams. So these all feed into here, and then I'm feeding these back to a container. I'm making these because these make the better conveyor belts. I'm going to upgrade all the conveyor belts. Should be in this chamber here. This container is getting nice and full. I can think of upgrading the factories. Conveyor belt system. So this is sort of where the new factory is. I'll show you where the old one was, which I've got to clear. Use these conveyors to go a bit faster. You can see I'm sending me iron, my steel ingots from the other part of the site. These are a couple of new power things I've just built. Just got to unlock these so you can put fuel in these. So these are getting filled with oil from this refiner here. The oil's fields down there somewhere, you don't need to see that really. So anyway, yeah, they're giving me power. So if you look, just click on this, you can see that top line. We can see I'm consuming 350, 380 megawatts. It's all obviously all your machines take power, but I'm producing 975 in total in the grid, so plenty of capacity there. Although that maximum consumption's a bit interesting. That must be what the most I've ever got to, must be 1000. And that's I've just unlocked them. The coal-fired. This was where the old factory was. Got some quartz here. I don't know what that's for yet. I have to move back to the new site. This is where I'm producing the steel ingots. Just had to recalibrate these because they weren't getting all the fuel they needed. But if you look now, it looks like they all are. Oh, hang on. That's not getting much iron ore. Probably getting just enough to keep active, otherwise they go idle, which means they're not producing enough. See the iron ore there. Only just keeping up with what I need it to. Same with this one really. That one's affected by an R. That one's not, so that's interesting. We have to have a little play around with that, I think. Well, where's that coal? Not going anywhere. Strange that. I need to have a look at that as well. Anyway, I was going to show you these coal-fired power plants here. Got 3 here. See why I wanted to remove the fact it's all a little bit messy. Some off here. You need to pump water for these coal, so they don't put that on the water. Yeah, it was a bit of a tidy up really. I don't know how you want to play the game. Anyhow, I'll just show you this thing. This is sort of like the main bit of the game really. See up in the right hand corner, objective. I'm on to objective phase 3, so I've got 2,500 of those industrial like framework things. And then I need to feed this to get to the next phase. I need 500 modular engines and 100 adaptive control units. So that's what I'm going to be on with, I think. That's my next task, to produce 500 of them, 100 of them back at the factory. We got up here. Copper ore. So let's see what's happening here. Is that switched on? Yeah, it's on. It's wherever that's feeding to, it must be full. That's why it's not feeding anything. It's full at the other end. Anyway, that's it for now. Oh, well, I'll just show you this last one. This was what I was using to fill up that 2,500. Getting everything in these machines here. Assemble is the call when you have to configure more than one thing into one. These things tell you whether there's any power to them or not. I've got them switched off. You can see the standby switched off at the minute. So when I've got my 500, or when I get to the point where I'm making my 500 modular jobbies, I'll probably use this setup. Still use this setup. Alright, that's it for now. Cheers. Bye.